Hey everyone, welcome back to Virtual Gardening, episode number 4. Today, our discussion is going to be about the benefits of gardening. Today's more or less going to be like a speech, so I'm not going to be doing hands-on, but what I'm going to be doing is discussing some really good tips on why we like to garden, how it affects your body and your health, and just overall gives you an activity and something to do. Gardening might not seem too interesting at first, but it can actually be a really beneficial activity for kids. It'll basically show you guys the fundamentals on how to plant and, get started to grow a garden. Eventually it can snowball into something bigger where it can be lucrative and you can actually sell vegetables. You could actually provide for your community and actually do some good things. You're producing some and vegetables that can actually be a good or great food source. So in several different aspects, I feel this should be, taught to our children in schools and also to our children at home. So, this could be really, really good to get your kids active and not on their cell phones or tablets, get them out of the house and get their hands dirty. And eventually it could be fun for them, they might enjoy it, and for some they can actually, expand and keep gardening into the future. They can actually become self-sustainable or provide for themselves. And just overall, there's so many benefits to it you would not believe. But one of the benefits I feel is it can also be an activity. Like you can, get your exercise on. It's good for your endurance and building muscles. I'm always out there with the pickaxe or the shovel or the rake, just doing the overall kind of cardio and just out there working all the time. So I feel like it's really beneficial in that aspect that you can actually exercise and, work your body out. Another aspect to it is I feel like I gain a sense of pride and accomplishment. Basically, you feel good. Your sense of well-being it's a really good feeling to actually produce something like some really good sweet peas or grow a really big pumpkin that you can carve a jack-o'-lantern. So I feel like that is one of the best things that you can do, is actually provide for yourself and say, hey, look, I grew that. I actually made that happen. So the sense of well-being, accomplishment it's a really great feeling. Just for me, putting my hands in the dirt, I kind of, it relieves the stress. So I kind of get this real good feeling from it. Just working the dirt with my hands and putting plants in the ground. I feel like it's good for your mental health overall. It kind of just gives you a sense of well-being, in my opinion. Another key point is you're actually providing very healthy food that's beneficial in nutrients and vitamins. Your body needs vegetables. I mean, if I could, I'd eat zucchini raw. Over here in Taos, New Mexico, we love our calabacitas. We cook our zucchinis with some pumpkin, some onions, and a little bit of corn, and we kind of fry that in some butter, make it real tasty. So there's a few things that you can do. You can cook a lot of vegetables, or you can also eat them raw, and you can get the most nutrition out of them by eating them raw. And if we can teach this to our kids, they won't be eating all that junk food like the Takis and all all the garbage food that they shouldn't be eating, in my opinion, which causes obesity and other problems eventually. By working the land, you're actually changing the land itself. You're turning the soil, you're breaking the ground, which makes it softer, and then when the rains come down, it makes it easily to absorb the moisture, so it's not like a hard compact, where the water just evaporates. This is called water infiltration, which if it really does rain good, it actually can seep down into the earth. Eventually we can replenish our aquifers and just overall change the landscape of the land by working our land. Like you can actually take an empty lot that's full of garbage and weeds and turned it into a lush green garden. In my opinion, everywhere around the earth, everyone should be doing stuff like this. We need to help our Mother Earth and eventually change it for the better, which is one of my goals in life. Is I want to change the world for the better. So this is something that you can be proud of. You can create, and you can, inspire other people, inspire our kids, our youth, or you can, just teach somebody something that they can take along with them in life and eventually, benefit from. So it is also really good for our ecosystem. It's friendly to the bees and all the pollinators. Agriculture, it's essential actually, and this is something that everybody should be doing, whether it be to bring their community together, to produce healthy products. There's a bunch of different things that you can use this for. At one time I used to take vegetables to the Taos Farmers Market. It can be very, very lucrative. Back in the early 2000s till about 2010, I used to harvest vegetables, wash them early in the morning, go on a Saturday morning, and you would not believe it, but I would make anywhere from about $500 to about $800 just on one Saturday morning alone. So I mean, that is something great that a lot of people can be doing. On a totally different topic about producing healthy products, one thing that you guys might find funny is I actually know people that do gifting. So sometimes we grow gardens and we're like a whole garden community. We like to play jokes, and sometimes what we do is we'll stick a zucchini in somebody's car. Like I'll throw it in their bed of their truck, or if their window's open, I'll put a zucchini in their window. And it's kind of this running joke, but us gardeners do kind of dumb things like that. I always felt like it was fun to do, like distribute to friends and family, and just get a basket and take it to somebody and just put it on their steps. So I mean, it can be fun in different ways too, So overall, just the sharing of vegetables and sharing of seed as well. We all like to produce our own seeds, and we'll exchange seeds at seed swaps, and we'll gather and talk. And there's some of us that actually have become friends through this, which I'd like to shout out and say hi everyone. We actually just like to talk tips and share seed, and just overall it's very interesting hobby. So I mean, this can be a great hobby if you're into doing some gardening or just stuff like that. And the overall thrill of growing something and the accomplishment of just seeing that product in your hand, it's overwhelming. It's really cool to be able to produce for yourself. So I'd like to also mention there is a great opportunity in growing medicinal herbs or medicinal remedies. Like for one example, my grandma used to always tell me, like, if you had stomach problems, to grow some mint, or to go into the fields and pick some poleo, which is peppermint, and we'd make a tea out of it and drink that down. And it's really good for your stomach, for digestion or upset stomach, anything like that. Another great example is I grow lavender. I love the smell of it. It's very calming, relaxing, and if I can't sleep at night, I just put a little bit of lavender on my pillows, and helps me to rest and sleep good. There's so many different remedies that plants and herbs have. I would suggest look into it. Could be a great replacement if you're taking a lot of medication or pills or anything like that. This is a natural, way of getting away from all that things. Great, building bonds with our community and sharing all these things. Another thing that we do is we share that seed with other people. For a great example, I have some carrots that I've been growing, and once you let them flower, I actually will overwinter some carrots so that the second year they will actually produce seed. And when they grow the second time, you'll actually see them flower with these beautiful white flowers. And once the flowers kind of start to die back, it will actually seed. And what these are is these are actually carrot seeds. And there's probably about 1,000 right there. You could probably grow a whole garden with just this one top. But we like to grow our own seed for next year. I will share seed with other people. And there are some great opportunities to connect and bond with our community and friends. And it's just, there is so many benefits to gardening, and I just want to share all this with you guys. That way maybe you'll get into the hobby eventually, and it can be fun for everyone. Keep watching our videos. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and until next time, keep on planting. Thank you for watching, everyone.